Hello there, and welcome to the Nihil channel. My name is Chris, and I'm so excited to welcome you to Shining Force: The Curse of Zeon. It's a video I've been wanting to make for a really long time with a bunch of people that are on my channel pretty regularly. But if this is your first time checking me out, I make Shining Force videos primarily, do some other SRPG, RPG stuff, but Shining Force is always the focus, so if that is your thing, make sure you subscribe to stay tuned, because I do all sorts of weird Shining Force content, and I've got a lot more in the pipeline. Thanks for tuning in, and I hope to see you around. Now, on with the video. Thank you all for coming out today. I know you have no idea why I've summoned you here.
I was just offered $20 and here I am.
Yes, well... hopefully I'll be able to compensate everyone in the future. Did you guys get your $20, Daniel, in neutral?
I did not, so I might drop out if I get bored.
Okay. Well, today I wanted to get all of us together, and you guys can't hear it, but I'll be adding music and sound effects and post and things to make it a little bit better of an experience, but this is something I've wanted to do for a long time. We've played some of the games together, and I've talked about some of the merch, we've discussed some of the games, but today we are all going to go through Shining Force: The Curse of Zeon. Are you guys familiar with this at all?
Vaguely.
I think I read this as a kid.
I've heard of it.
I think this was in Sonic the Comic.
Yes, so... I'll get into it here. We start in Grand Seal Island in the Kingdom of Rune, which already has real weird lore implications. Because Rune is like a whole different continent, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah.
So, a land that's known peace for generations. At the heart of the island is the ancient tower, the one reminder of days long gone, the dark days of Zeon. So yeah, this was in Sonic the Comic, and it started in issue number 73, and you can see there's a serious elf warning. So I wanted to say too, the current Sonic the Hedgehog comic is available over on Comixology and wherever comic books are sold, so if you want to support the official release, go over there and buy that. You can start reading it with a free trial for $0, so I just wanted to shout that out. And if you want to get the Shining Force games in a official capacity these days, they are available on the Sega Genesis Classics collection on PS4, Xbox One, and Nintendo Switch. I actually did see the old Sonic the Comic, the one that we're talking about, on Amazon, and I was like, oh, did they sell it over there? It's somebody that ripped it off of, like, a pirate website and just uploaded it to Amazon. I didn't know you could do that, but probably don't support that release. Alright, so, our story starts with Bowie and Taya, obviously. Bowie's looking a little bit different these days. Daniel, you seem the most unfamiliar with this, so just volunteer your thoughts whenever you have some.
This is really bizarre. I like that he has like a wood sword that's like held together with like twigs. Seems useful.
Oh yeah. So, we got them fighting and stuff. Let's see. And I'm not presenting the comic in full, by the way. This is an abridged version. There's way more if you go and actually buy the thing, but I'm not going to upload an entire comic, because that would be ridiculous.
It feels like it has the same energy of like the Legend of Zelda like animated show.
I felt the same way.
Like I feel like it's just more of that with like weirdly like quippy characters that look like 80s sort of design. Just odd.
This is a British comic book, by the way. It's not the Archie ones. This is from a company called Fleetway. So this was UK only, which might explain why you're not familiar with it. And he looks a lot like Morrissey from The Smiths.
Yes, he does. So I like the, he says, why don't you teach me how to heal? And she says, 'cause you're not an elf. It's like, ah, yes. because the games only have elves that use magic.
Yep.
It's not like Lo's a halfling or not.
Yeah. So, there's a bird flying over, and we're not sure what that is, and the people are afraid of it. But we have to go investigate. So we run into a friend that tells us the evil of Zeon threatens to return to the lands of Rune. Neutral, you might know, but the other two, do you guys know? Do you guys recognize this guy?
No idea.
No.
Well, clearly it's Zinc from Shining Force 2.
Really? Yikes.
That's what Zinc looks like, right?
So that's what his second promotion looks like. Bowie's second promotion makes him look like Max, and Zinc's turns him into whatever that is.
Given what he says there, maybe Bowie... Look, he's calling him Maximilian. Bowie Maximilian.
Oh, yeah.
Father
yeah.
of Pegasus.
I'm just gonna check. I started the recording, right? Okay, I get paranoid. Okay, so, continuing on. Yes. So, we've got Max out here looking also a little bit like he's seen better days. But meanwhile, to the east in Ribble, because that's apparently near Grand Seal now. If I remember right, on the map, to the east of Grand Seal, isn't it just water? Isn't that the farthest east you can go?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm not crazy.
Technically, Ripple is east.
On a different continent.
Right, but it's still east, unless
Unless
the fault lines and everything. This is just so far in the future that it was pushed back. The continents were pushed back together.
Are you suggesting Shining Force Pangea?
Exactly.
Oh, Lord.
Seems doable.
I could make it more complicated.
I mean, feel free.
All the Shining Force games take place in a magic book. You find that out in Shining Wind. It was never translated, but yeah, that's how all the timelines go together. So anything is realistically possible. It's kind of like two opposite dimensions.
I mean, then I don't even know what to make of that. That'll be a whole thing in and of itself when we get to that.
I mean, you could totally cut that bit out if you want.
No, it's staying. All right, so we found an ancient door that is written in English, but they can't understand it for some reason. It's a little bit weird. But these two get it open, and they find the glory of the ancients, a bunch of AK-47s in a tank.
Oh, that would have come in handy when fighting Zeon.
Yeah.
I just love that this is like, it's like the author, they told him like, yeah, Shining Force, like the ancients have like future technology, and he was like, got it, tanks.
Like, if you were looking at page 1 versus page, say, 6 of this, you'd think it was like a totally different story.
Yeah. But that's the end of chapter 1, so moving on to chapter 2, now we've got Shredder from the Ninja Turtles here.
Is that really who that's supposed to be?
No. But the fact that you have to ask just makes it so much better. So he's here tracking down Zinc with a Clayface from Batman. Let's see. Oh yeah, I meant to shout out too. So Nigel Kitching wrote the script for this, and Nigel, you did a fantastic job. I mean, this really is a fun story. So as much as we're like memeing on it, I think it's really fun. And then we've got Martin Griffiths that did the art, and hugely appreciate Martin as well. I mean, this looks, like you said, kind of campy 80s, but like it looks very Shining Force to me still, so I appreciate it. And then Gina Hart on coloring, and lettering is Tom. Tom didn't want to put his last name, I guess. But yes, on the mainland of Rune, beneath the ancient town of Ribble, yeah, we've tracked down, the forces of Zeon have tracked down these tanks and things, and we have documents that we need to get signed.
Is that Doctor Strange? In the red cape?
I mean,
It's like his exact like colors from the comics.
It definitely looks like him.
I have no idea. And now there's like a religion. There's Zeonites, which I kind of love. But it's fine. We go to Max's house. I'm a little disappointed this is all he got after saving the land multiple times, but...
Well, where in continuity is this? Has he saved the world yet?
I mean, he's old, so I would assume this is at least after Shining Force 1. But yeah, now we have a mithril sword that he used against Zeon, which may or may not happen in Shining Force Final Conflict. I've not played that one.
Do you want me to give the answer?
Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take my headphones off, and then I'm gonna count to 10, and you give whatever answer you want to give. So go ahead. I'm taking my headphones off for just a second.
No. It's always the same sword.
All right, I'm back. I think I just heard no.
It's none of your business, Chris. You'll figure it out when you figure it out.
Alright, that sounds good. So at some point, Max forced Zeon back through the portal and trapped him in the abyss. I don't really know what that means, but... Yes, Grandfather was the leader of a group of heroes called the Shining Force, which is so exciting.
Wait, can you go back one slide?
Yes, I can, to here.
Forward one. Bowie, my boy, that sword is made from pure mithril. Is he also Bowie?
No, I think the old man is Max, and
Yeah.
Bowie is Max.
Oh, fascinating.
You didn't get that.
I did not pick up on that.
Yeah, that's Bowie. Did you not recognize him?
Yeah, I did not.
I mean, he looks almost exactly the same.
I know, he has his signature blonde hair and everything.
Yeah. And he actually did spell it right. It is all in caps, just like the Shining Force games. I just realized that.
Oh, perfect.
Well, to create something this like close to the lore, you'd have to know the games really well.
Oh, yeah. So Zinc was also one of the Shining Force, but we two are the only ones left, so everyone else is dead. Which I have lots of questions about as well, because Max is supposedly like a human, and people were discussing the ages of the characters in like source books the other day, and it's like, you know, Gort's like 220 something. So that Max has outlived every single Force member says a lot.
Well, we also don't know if canonically they all survive the
Yeah.
final fight.
And whatever, whatever this final fight was, assuming he's dealt with Dark Dragon, he's also fought Zeon now, so.
It's definitely a possibility.
But yes, the world needs a new Shining Force and a new leader.
So this is a different Taya then.
I mean, she looks just like she's supposed to, too, right?
It could be the lighting.
But suddenly, we get interrupted by Shredder. Oh no. And
Who's polite about it?
his name is Baron Kadavar. I haven't finished Shining Force 2 yet, but I'm assuming he's gonna show up any minute now.
Yeah, you recruit him near the end.
Ah, yeah. And he has a golem with him, so if you were wondering, that's what a golem is.
That's probably Claude.
Yeah, that's definitely who that is.
You don't know Claude yet, though.
I've
So never mind.
I've seen Claude.
Oh, okay.
He's
So-
weak to kicks.
Yeah, a fight ensues. And now Bowie's sword is made of gold, apparently.
It's magic.
But he sucks, and Taya sucks, so it's not going well. But this guy recognizes Max and is like, I'm definitely gonna kill you. And this Max's face there definitely has Zelda the animated series vibes for me, or Zelda the Philips CDI games vibes.
Or King Crimson vibes.
So
He-
we move on.
He look-
to... Oh, okay, go ahead.
Sorry, man. You know the wizard in Shining in the Darkness?
Yes.
I was thinking the same
not wearing purple. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe that's what Max was inspired by.
Don't they have the same hat, too?
I'm not 100%, but
It's
it
been a
looks
while.
like that wizard wearing Ishakut from Shining Force 3's clothes.
Mm-hmm.
I'll try to find that so I can put up like a side by side. But so apparently Max was responsible for imprisoning Zeon all these years ago. But then, what is this wooden horn thing?
You don't know that horn?
What is that for?
It's like the main symbol of the series.
Oh yeah.
Like a huge important war item.
Yeah.
I've got the replica here, the official one.
Oh yeah. You guys had
You
me.
carved it yourself.
You guys had me go until he said the official replica, and then I was like, nah, they would never make something like that.
If anyone had it, it'd be like me or Moogie.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. But
You'll have to get one now, even if you have to carve it yourself.
oh my goodness.
Custom order one.
Yeah.
The Shining Horn.
I mean, I think I've got a replica of zinc in there sitting next to the toaster oven.
Zinc looks like Chibi Robo, like bizarre.
Chibi Robo, if he did meth, maybe. Like,
Yeah, or like put on a couple.
you realize Chibi Robo is like a couple
Skinny.
inches tall.
Yeah,
Okay.
there's the Iron Man suit.
So, Max casts egress on the force, which I thought was a really cute touch.
Is it Lord Cadaver?
Yeah, it's Cadaver.
Oh,
I thought you were being funny when you said it earlier.
No, I was.
That's why I didn't correct you.
Oh lord. Oh, now Tom's name is in frame. I just realized that his name is Tom Frame. Tom Frame.
It's ironic.
I don't know.
It's not Tom from MySpace.
Seems not, but yeah, no, I was not being funny. I didn't get that it was Cadaver.
Oh.
Nigel, you've bamboozled me again.
Good job.
So Max casts egress, and our heroes pop back outside where they were standing just a moment ago, I guess.
So the canon sound for egress is fresh.
Yep, and
Spellcast sound.
I don't even know what to make of that. But she wants to go back and save Max, but Zinc, being the cold, calculating robot he is like, no, we don't need to do that. Meanwhile, back to the dig under Ribble. We now have Commander Cobra.
I was gonna say. And his acolytes.
Yes, Commander Cobra and his acolytes have found guns. I don't know what to make of any of this.
It's the most peculiar, like, connection of, like, medieval times and technology. Like, it feels more natural in the game than it does here.
Oh, I
Yeah.
totally agree. So now it is a 6-hour flight to the village of Hassan, which is another town from the games. But of course you can't land in the village itself, so we gotta land out here. And what makes Max think we'll find help in a dump like Hassan? I don't know. It's not like he found Force members all over the place, but we are ambushed by this handsome centaur. Chaos Wizard or Daniel, do you have any idea who this would be?
Well, it definitely
the-
looks more like Arthur.
Kinda. But they also said all the Force characters were dead, so unless
Exactly.
they were
Well, I mean,
lying...
To be
They
fair,
should-
there is Shining Force 3 Arthur.
Oh, that's true. I wonder
But-
where this relates into Shining Force 3.
I think this was made before Shining Force 3 was even
Yeah.
conceived
Yeah.
of. But he could be a visionary. You lie, man of metal. I love that. So, yeah, he ends up fighting us and wrecks us, because of course he does. And he says, my name is Chester.
Boy.
And this
Challenge?
this image on the left here, just the face for both of them is just something.
It's like growing up, this is like making me remember why I wanted to be Max growing up. It's
Why?
like such heroic poses and like looking so cool.
You should probably use that knife at some point. But the sword starts glowing, because of course it does. And we get Force Ghost Max.
Obi Max Kenobi.
Danielle, do you just feel like you woke up and just did drugs this morning? Is that?
Kinda.
That's what he spent the $20 on.
So Chester is saying grandfather, so are they brothers then?
I didn't even realize that. It's not from Bowie, it's from Chester.
Yeah, Chester's saying that, so
We can blame Tom for this.
I mean, the script, is it Tom, or?
like, are they brothers? Is that something that happens later in the story?
I don't know. I must know, Nigel. You wrote it. I must know. Was this an early concept for Shining Force 2? He says, "You are Chester, are you not? I knew your grandfather. I am Max." So I don't know who that implies his grandfather to be. Maybe Ken?
Luke? Yeah, Ken.
You go to Luke?
I always get them mixed up for some reason.
Yes, Luke, because Chester here clearly has a majestic clown nose.
Yeah. He has that nice mullet sort of thing going.
He looks like He-Man.
Or like Thundercats.
Then join us, Chester. Become one of the new Shining Force. And this just looks so beautiful.
This is probably the best piece of art so far.
I think so. Alright, so that's the end of, part 3? So if we move on to the Magic of the Ancients in part 4, and we get to see Zeon for the first time. You sound disapproving, Daniel.
No, I'm good.
That's kind of close to what Zeon looks like, right?
I would think so.
Yeah.
It's fairly close. This
Like, it's definitely a character that exists, that somebody drew, that's called Zeon.
And to be fair, we never actually get to see the full, his full form either.
Yeah,
Nah,
we see
even
like
in-
the Davy Jones version. Like the
Even
lion
premium
face.
disc.
So, soon I will be free from my never-ending imprisonment. He says never-ending, but, I mean, it doesn't seem like it's been that long if Max is a human, and it happened in his lifetime, but we didn't even have the 1,000 years of peace that seems customary.
Soon my never-ending imprisonment will end.
Oh my gosh, and then guided here by the escaped robot Zinc. Like, what did he escape from? Like, do we see? I don't think we see more of him, but... So we attack, which I love that we just charge down the hill, and now there's more Doctor Stranges. I thought he was like a special guy, but apparently not.
These guys look like Roman soldiers. Kinda.
I mean,
Given it's a UK comic, probably, yeah. Roman everything.
so we kick the crap out of these guys. And Bowie is lagging behind and can't even lift his sword. And I love that, like, Zinc's face in that is a whole mood.
It's your mood when reading this comic.
And, yeah, Taya's face as well. Like, at some point, if I ever do Twitch stream, I'm not sure if that's ever going to be a thing. I definitely want to create these as emotes, because these are just... I mean, what else would you need?
That Chester on the right has like a David Bowie like flavor to it.
Yeah.
Something about it.
Maybe the reason why he can't lift his sword is because he isn't promoted yet.
Oh, yeah. The Shining Force have entered the tunnels. I hope you are prepared for this, cadaver. Haha, I got it right that time.
Cadaver.
I have sent some of my best men. They are armed with these magic wands that look strangely like guns. So, and at that very moment in the nearby tunnels, stop right there. Give me all your money.
Give me all your money.
Or
tries to pull the trigger, it's not working. Oh no, how do you work this thing?
give me half of your money, since that's what happens when Bowie dies. So he says, stand back, I'll take care of this one. Be careful, Bowie, he's holding something. What harm can that little thing do? And he just shoots Bowie in the face. I love how there's just no ceremony, there's no, like, I cast destruction, it's just bang.
More realistic that way.
Yeah. But Chester takes out that guy, and it's like, what happened to him? And yeah, Bowie there is also a whole mood. I don't think there's anything I can do, Chester. I don't know if I can save him. We cut back to Zeon and Cadaver talking. I don't know if it's Cadaver, if it's supposed to be Cadaver. And in the comments, you guys can speculate about that.
Oh, now there's going to be a 3-year debate on that.
Yeah, considering people already are debating Teo versus Tao and Jaha versus Yaha and all the other ones. Let's see, so Cadaver says, I translated the text personally, and we've discovered the most powerful sorcery of the ancients. As we speak, my acolytes are secretly at work in the ancient tower on Grand Seal Island. Soon they will prepare the ancient sorcery known as the nuclear bomb.
Magic, man.
Again, I just love that it really is just interpreting the ancients in the most literal of literal senses. Like,
yeah.
I'm like, they could invent something like Dark Dragon, but no, a nuke is the peak, really.
But then you have armed skeletons have, like, machine gun.
Yeah, I'm not questioning that so much as I am this. But also just the fact that, like, you would put this in, like, what I'm assuming was a comic intended for kids. Just...
Yep. I was probably, like, I don't know, like 4 years old? 3, 4 years old?
I was not even born yet.
When did you say this came out?
I didn't. I probably should have. I'm not sure when it came out.
It's on the cover on the top left. I'm pretty sure.
All right, let me. I can jump back to that. Let me. Does it say? Oh, there you go. The 15th of March, 1996.
Yeah, I was 3.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
It was £1.20. How cheap is that?
I was 1.
£1.20. That's so cheap.
Yeah, I definitely wish I would not have missed out on some things, but that is
you're saying it now. You didn't miss out.
That's true. That's true. I just wonder what it would have been like to read this as a kid. That would have been insane. Yes, we were right here. All right, so the next issue has the fate of Bowie, who is bleeding out on the floor.
What we need to do is you need to do this like episode again with someone who's never played a Shining Force game, introduce them to this comic, and see if that makes them want to play the game. And then we can get an answer as if it's the cross-promotional materials that made the game not become as popular as it could be.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Because if you were a big Sonic fan and you saw this, would you want to go check out Shining Force after this?
I love that as an idea. I definitely need to track down some people to do that with.
You got your next research project.
Yeah. See if like the cross promotion is part of the problem.
More than 20 years, like 25 years later, we're gonna be focus testing Shining Force: The Curse of Zeon to see if it's effectively cross promotional.
Well, see, this way
rights.
when if/when we get a mobile game 2.0, this way we'll have all the marketing done, and they'll know exactly what works and what doesn't. It's all part of our master plan.
Oh yeah, definitely. And I also was thinking, I know some of the mod makers are trying to create like the definitive version of Shining Force that has like the characters from Resurrection of Dark Dragon and all that extra plot. I'm definitely gonna need like a Shining Force 2 version that has this Zinc in it, this Bowie, this Chester, like.
These would have been my choice for like the mobile app characters. Like you get like Bowie that's cut off Max's face and is now wearing it. Like that's a character I'd want to unlock. Like Fat Zinc.
Just like a cheap Halloween mask.
Yeah.
That mobile game would have been something special if all this. Like, I can't imagine. Like, yeah, you guys, and I'm sure because it's just the way things work. Like, you never get that one character you want. So like, we still don't have Xylo, and they're out here like it's Commander Cobra, guys.
Yeah. It's Cadaver. You don't want to miss Cadaver's drop.
Yeah, we don't even have Dark Soul yet, and we've got Cadaver or something. But anyway, we'll press on in the story. So she says, "There's nothing I can do, Chester. Bowie's dying." Look, it's Force Ghost Max again, contacting us through the sword. He says, "A wand? Oh, you mean pistol? Yeah, those things are dangerous." Like, why did he not tell us about this?
And how did he know about that?
I have no idea. And what is this gem that allows him to be brought here? I have no idea. And the letter
is known for its
I feel like
communicative properties.
I feel like he should have done that with like the entire Shining Force. You know, just infuse them all with mithril weapons, and then you have an army of Force Ghosts.
I mean, maybe they have them. Maybe that was going to be the sequel. And the letterer changed, so now we've got Steve Potter. So thank you for joining this, Steve. Relax, Bowie. Your pain will soon be over.
And you'll be dead.
Look at that face.
Take the sword, boy. Just like, what is happening?
I have the
Max.
power.
He's
Oh,
been
sweet lord.
he's been promoted.
He looks like the Vision from the comic books.
He does.
I'm not familiar with that one, so you'll have to DM me a picture so I can put that up. But yeah, this is definitely what Bowie's promotion looks like, right?
Mm-hmm, definitely.
You know what? It pretty much does. Yeah.
It looks the same, just alternate colors.
I think they grew his hair out a little bit longer and maybe chiseled that jawline just a little bit harder. Yeah.
Motion to jawline, mate.
And then
Promoted
he's
to
more
jawline.
buff, so he can lift his sword now. But Cadaver's here. Oh no. The Bowie in that scene, in the top scene, looks like he's unpromoted again. Like,
Yeah.
Like lost the woods.
also Zink's face again. Zink just looks perpetually terrified. I just love that so much. Alright, so I love that he, like, wallops Bowie with the hilt of his sword or something. It's like he's punching him with it.
You know, instead of using a gun himself.
I mean, yeah, of course. Clearly that was not effective.
Is this like PG-13? What is this?
Oh my god.
Do you just mean from the abject horror of this image, or...?
I don't know. Take your pick.
I have no idea. I'm just gonna do a slow zoom on that face, like... So I think that's the death of, oh no, he's not dead. But he wants to die. He says, the Shining Force don't go in for all this killing nonsense. Because I'm sure the Sonic of the 90s would tell you, that's no good! I just love that, like, we fight people with swords and all that, but yeah, we don't kill them, they just explode in a horrible thing when they lose battle.
Mm-hmm.
We will put a stop to your plans, Cadaver. And if I ever see your face again, I'll forget that we're supposed to be good guys.
Sweet lord.
Go home and be a family man.
It's like he has a tough guy catchphrase.
Yep. How many people do you think, how many Shining Force super fans out there do you think have this exact image tattooed on them?
I don't think you're a real fan if you don't have that. So
Oh yeah, definitely.
My right calf is free.
for now,
Yeah, not for long. This looks like a recruitment poster almost.
Your
Like,
force
yeah,
needs
kinda.
you.
Yeah, exactly. You're too late, Shining Force. Nothing can stop my plans. You're too late. That's what I already said, but...
So we're just letting this guy go, even though he's still scheming against us. It's not like he's turning over a new leaf either.
No,
Yeah.
not at all.
Like Balbazak, oh, he was totally fine. This guy, he's like, no, the second they walk away, I'm killing them.
Yeah. But it's fine, because
They didn't even take his sword.
now we're back on Grand Seal Island. Oh wait, they destroyed his sword. Did you miss that part?
Oh, right.
Yeah,
Well,
there
I
you
mean,
go.
he could still use that other sharp bit that he's got.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like there's one giant media franchise that revolves around the sword being shattered, being remade, or a king returning and all that.
So
I
we're
like
the
that he-
bad guys?
it's very strange that he went from like "kill me, a warrior's death" to like "haha, I'm still gonna get you"
Yeah, pretty much.
in like 3 panels.
But we're back to Grand Seal Island now, and we meet everybody's favorite Shining Force character, Eric. And they're trying to open the tower, but we see that open at the beginning of Shining Force 2. It takes a lot to get in there.
A lot to get in a wooden door.
But at the top of the tower, we have this giant dragon cup thing.
That
I
looks
mean-
like something from the first game.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
It definitely does. Definitely an interesting design, and I think that one's actually pretty on point with the things in the first game that when I look at them, I'm like, what on earth would that be for?
Is
Yeah.
that a pistol wired into the bomb?
Yeah, I just noticed that for the first time, too. I don't know about that.
It almost looks like one of those like spray paint guns.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
They're
does.
just gonna like spray nuclear energy all over.
And I love that he says the sorcery begins, the sacred ritual, the ancient texts call countdown. Soon we will witness the casting of the spell known as detonation.
Oh, so that's how the laser eye works.
I don't know. I just love that. I was joking with the pistol before, but now it's like actually, the ancient spell countdown and detonation. But yeah, you'd think if you could do the laser eye, again, also the size of this is wildly inconsistent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we're on to part 6. The plan to release Zeon from his imprisonment in the Abyss nears its fruition. I guess there's a gargoyle looking over this. And that's not
Yeah.
an enemy type now? I don't know. The glorious day has arrived. In moments, the mystical device will destroy this portal. Our master will be released. A strange glow appears in another part of the tower. We cast egress, which now takes us to places we've never been.
Right, that's level 2.
Well, he is promoted now.
That's true. How did you do that, Bowie? I'm not quite sure.
Nice
What
story
is-
logic.
What's supporting his cape?
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Working hard.
I don't know, man. What is any of this?
Legendary cape drop off the last monster.
Yeah.
Why does Zinc have a handle hanging off of him now?
That's a battle chime.
It looks like it's a different character in every single frame.
For who?
For Max.
Do you mean Bowie?
Yeah, Bowie, sorry.
You don't
He
even know
looks
his
like,
name.
it looks like a completely different person drew him in every single panel.
Every close up.
Yeah, I'm just gonna right here. I'm just gonna take I'm gonna get the 3 or 4 most different looking versions of Bowie throughout this and just put them all next to each other.
But you're
Like,
gonna
why
be
not
looking
just-
like it's like you said, it's every single time.
And again, no hate to you, Martin Griffiths. You are a legend, and I love you for this.
Just tuck that bang into your headband so it's not like directly in front of your face.
It's like in our Let's Play of Shining Force 1 when you were getting mad at Miss Shayla for having all the hair tucked into her headband.
Yeah,
That it was in her face.
that was pretty weird looking.
Alright. What do these ancient symbols mean? Nobody knows, but when they change to two ovals, the spell will be cast.
It's Pac-Man in the background.
Yeah.
It
And
is.
I love that they just don't even know what numbers are. Like, I get if you want to be like, okay, they don't speak English, but like, we don't know what numbers are. And also, I would love to know if someone wants to reach out to me. What did the Japanese fans think of this?
I wonder how it translates.
I have no idea, or if it's even been translated.
I'm sure if it was translated, they would reject it. Just
This is
for
like-
quality. It's just like, don't give us this.
This is definitely a very uniquely British product. Like the US, you
Blasphemy.
have Archie comics, completely different. Sonic the comics, completely different. In these comics, like Supersonic is like an insanely powerful evil force, and yeah, there's a lot that's completely different with the UK and the US comics.
I have not read either, so I should though. I should.
I always find how it's so weird to keep continuity.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that could definitely be tough, especially if you're switching authors a lot.
Like,
You
why
just-
bring back Zinc? of all potential characters to bring back.
I realized he looks like Guns.
Yeah, it looks way more
But
like
metal.
Guns.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does a little bit.
I like that he's like on fire, but the fire seems to be metal as well.
I don't know if that's what that's. I have no idea if that's what that's supposed to be. Maybe it's steam,
Maybe.
because like Guns was like steam powered. I don't know.
Huh.
Anyway, we fight the Commander Cobras. No, Chester, he's telling the truth. We can't stop the countdown. I know what this thing is. Oh, yeah, you can see there. That looks like steam, maybe. Except for the part
Maybe,
where
yeah.
it curls around and has a point like fire.
Yeah. I like that Chester has like a lance and he's like picking up people and punching them instead.
Yeah, well, yeah, we're not about that killing business.
I feel like Chester might not be on board with that killing business based on his like expressions throughout the entire series so far.
I mean, I have
Not
no
my
idea.
Chester.
He
This,
lives to punch.
this ancient device is a nuclear bomb, a terrifying weapon that no civilized people would ever dream of using. We know that this device has enough magical power to destroy the portal. I mean, yeah, and like everything else. Is he right, Zinc? Oh yes, the bomb has enough power to destroy the portal. This tower and half of Grand Seal Island. Okay, at least Zinc does know what it is. Hundreds of innocent people will die. Yeah, do you think he cares? He's trying to bring back Zeon, like...
I have
The
a
stress
better
of all
idea.
this.
Why don't we take the portal, turn it on, put the bomb inside, and then turn the portal off?
Wait, I have an idea. Open the portal! What? But that's exactly what the Zeonites want us to do. We can open the portal. You hold the key to the portal in your hands, Bowie. Like, what?
Getting a lot of mileage out of that one sword.
Yeah, it kind of just does whatever we need it to do, but...
Another different face.
Yep.
Yeah.
It looks like Buck Rogers.
Incredible, the portal is open. Hurry before Zeon realizes what has happened. Quick, push the bomb into the abyss. Hurry. So, it is exactly what you wanted, Chaos Wizard. We pushed
I've
the
played
bomb.
enough Shining Force to know that, this is a clear strategy.
Oh, yeah.
Portal, that portal's just grown about 10 times inside.
Yeah, it was, I mean, I can just jump back to that. Like, it's not that far, not that long ago, so, like, yeah, like, it's like, they're as tall as the dragon head, and then this guy's as tall as the nuke. And then here, the nuke is slightly bigger. They're way taller than the dragon head, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know. Not too bad.
Yeah, and now that it's just massive.
Maybe it's like in Shining Force, the towns are really small, then you go in them and they're bigger.
Oh
But
yeah.
then you read the towns are way bigger.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
They are just keeping us consistent. And now it's even bigger still. Hurry, Bowie, close the portal again.
Zeon's butthole.
I was thinking that is definitely what that looks like. But is it that, or like, is it the bomb is just falling into this white void? Like, I got questions.
Zeon's been waiting for this portal to open for ages and he just didn't notice them.
Yep.
If it tickles, it's working.
We've won. The bomb is sealed in the abyss. We've saved, and then it blows up anyway. If the bomb can do that from inside the abyss, you've done well, Shining Force, better than I could have hoped for. And of course we call him Maximilian again.
And then everyone died from radiation poisoning.
Oh yeah, I guess they would. That's why there's no Shining Force 4.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense.
Your first test is over, and you've come through it with honor! Spelled the British way. Let the forces of evil beware. The world of Rune has new champions, the Shining Force! Do you want Shining Force back soon? Let Sonic the Comic know.
Just want to say we pronounce it Honawa.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
This is the end. I just take in that image. The greatest Shining Force story ever to be in a British comic book.
I'd
He
love
may
to
as
have
well
that
not-
printed out.
I think the bar's definitely set pretty high with this one.
He might as well not have died. He's there in like every other panel.
Yeah.
I mean, he didn't seem too worried about it back when he died.
Also, he could have, cast the spell on himself. Granted, this is the second time he decided not to do that for some reason.
I mean, yeah, he could have, but... Yeah, that is true. There is definitely a pattern of him not doing that.
Just because he wants to solo the boss and get all the epic loot for himself.
So is the proper assumption that nobody wanted this back soon?
Well, we're gonna get into that. So I have the final
Okay.
page. This is the final page here. And I thought I'd leave the whole thing just because it looks super retro, so you can pause and look at that if you want to, but it's hard to read, so I zoomed in, and we have this robot that says, "Hey, boomers!"
They know exactly who they're talking to.
These
That aged really, really well.
These miserable humans haven't exactly been the life and soul recently, but that's about to change. Thanks to the countdown to Sonic the Comic's 3rd birthday next issue, it's a party poopers prohibited zone. But he says, here's what's happening in this issue. And at the end of it, we say, brace yourselves, boomers, as Sonic the Comic bids farewell to the Shining Force. Be sure to write in if you'd like to see more of their adventures. And I'm guessing no one wrote in.
It's probably too late to write it now, huh? I would kill to read
Oh.
more of this. Not because
Better
it's
late
good,
than ever.
but
Yeah, I would too, but that
What would
is...
happen if they just all of a sudden got like 1,000 people?
There's a lot of these, by the way. Like, not just Shining Force. Off the top of my head, I'm pretty sure they did Golden Axe and maybe Wonder Boy.
Yes, I
And a
believe...
few others.
I believe they did it as part of this cross promotions. I was seeing if it said here where you could write into.
they
But-
probably did not even put an address, hoping that no one would figure it out.
It would be I do think it'd be really funny to do like a second Save Our Series campaign, and we're trying to save the Curse of Zeon, and everybody just suddenly wrote in to like this publishing company's headquarters, like, please, more of the Curse of Zeon.
Yeah, but
Hang on a
only-
minute.
yeah, if only that same artist is on there and he makes the main character look different every single page.
Yes, we need
I know.
all the same people to come back.
What we should do, and the reality is probably that it would never happen. But make a movie out of this and just cast a different Bowie for every scene.
That would be great. It'd be like they've been doing that with like there's a Shrek and SpongeBob now that's like reanimated, and it's a different animator does every single shot.
Yeah. This would be a perfect like short film.
Yeah,
That'd be wild.
that would be awesome. So now is also a good time to say I haven't done it yet, but I'm going to be reaching out to both the script writer and the artist for this comic to see if I can get them on an episode to interview and talk about this.
That sounds like fun.
Yeah,
Do
that'd
you
be
think
wicked.
they'd be willing to admit it? Because like a lot of like I'm really into comic books, and a lot of comic writers get assigned to stuff they like don't give like a crap about. So I wonder if if they were like super in on this, or if like they were just like assigned to do it. And
Well,
they
it's hard to tell.
cranked it out. Like I don't know if this is phoning it in or not.
I don't know. I'm probably gonna cut this video here and start a second one. We're gonna do more discussion on this. So thank you guys for coming out to see The Curse of Zeon. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you want to hear more of our thoughts on it, we're gonna have a discussion up shortly after this video that talks about our thoughts on that and more. So definitely stay tuned for that, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Later.
See ya.
Time don't feel so linear with heartbreak so far.